Hello everybody and welcome back here to our FM21 Beta save with Ajax. Today we are going to be doing the Champions League group stage draw. That's actually how we're going to kick off the episode. The two games that will be featured in today's episode will be RKC Waalwijk in a couple of days' time, and then there's an international break. After that, we will return to league action against Zwolle. Both of these teams should be pretty easy victories in my opinion. So hopefully a nice, easy episode. So let's go ahead and kick it off with the Champions League group stage draw. So let's see who we will get. So how we're going to do the draw, we're just going to click draw all teams, let it all happen at once. And let's find us. Okay, we got Man City, Sevilla, and Başakşehir. Definitely butchered that Turkish team's name. I have no doubt about that. Man City, obviously going to be an extremely tough game. Sevilla, they are masters of the Europa League. So hopefully that means we will finish in second and they will finish in third, so they can go on their Europa League run like they always seem to do. Could have been easier, definitely, but it could have also been much tougher. We could have got Barcelona or Real Madrid in our group. So thankful that that did not happen, but still two very tough teams for sure. And the Turkish team, Başakşehir, guessing they're pretty decent as well. Got a good player in Edin Visca. And I'm sure they have some other decent players on their team as well. What we do have going for us is the Turkish league is not playable, so they probably won't have their full squad. One thing I did want to go over is how I look for staff when I want to hire them. So you can see that I got my coaching staff all filled out. Recruiting team still has a fair bit of openings. I don't typically sign technical directors or loan managers, so I won't be filling those out. Don't really know what I'm looking for in a recruiting analyst yet, so I haven't hired anyone for that job yet. But what I do is when I want to hire a staff member, I go up to the staff search right here, and the first time it'll say new search. You just click on that purple button right here. You can then filter on what kind of role you're looking for. So say I'm looking for a goalkeeping coach, I will just click on goalkeeping coach. I leave all of this left alone. If you wanted to, you could do some more filters. So if you didn't want to pay compensation fee for a staff, click no for that. So that'll filter it. So no one that is currently with a club will be on that list. And here you can include realistic appointments for your reserves and your first team. So if I'm looking for a first team coach, I'll have all of these selected. And when I hit OK, it'll list every single realistic staff member. So that typically means they're interested in joining you. And usually it means that you can afford them. That is not always the case. Sometimes they'll demand way more than you can afford. But this is a very good starting point. So it's already selected as a coaching attribute. So if I want to look for someone that's really good at coaching shot stopping, just click on that right there. It'll filter it highest to lowest. So Emilio Alvarez is the highest rated shot stopping coach out there. And then I can cite him. That is how I search for my staff members. You can place adverts, but you typically don't get the best results that way. So very helpful. Hopefully that helps some of you guys out there. And depending on which position you're looking for, you'll just switch in between coaching attributes, medical attributes, and mental. So you're looking for physio, obviously you would search for physio. You would then switch over to medical attributes and then look for physios right there. And I found doing it this way allows you to find the best staff for your team. Do have some transfer news as well. We have completed the signing of Alessio Romagnoli from Milan for $22.5 million. He has yet to make his debut, still recovering from that torn calf muscle that he suffered with Milan, but he should be returning after our international break, so hopefully he will be featuring in our second game this episode. He is definitely our best center back at the club already, and I'm very, very excited about him joining our club. We also signed a young Argentine attacking midfielder, maybe one for the future. Has good technical attributes, his mentals aren't the best, physicals are a little weak in some spots as well, but he was worth the punt to see if he turns into another gem from Amsterdam. So let me go ahead and get up to our game against RKC, and we'll get that game underway with you guys. Alright, we are about to take on RKC. Before we jump into it though, here is a quick look at the league table. We're currently sitting in third place. Zwolle, who is actually going to be our next game, has been very impressive so far and are sitting top of the table. They have played one more game than us, so if we get a draw, we would move ahead of them, but obviously we're looking for 3 points, especially against today's opponents who are down in 16th position. Team news, it is unchanged from last time that you saw us. Injury, Sean Kleiber, Labiad, and Traore are all out injured. Klaas-Jan Huntelaar just returned from injury, but he is fit enough to return to the bench. Ru Magnoli not fit, but making up numbers on our bench. So let's get this one underway here. He wants to be number 13, and look at that, 13 is available. There we go. Go to match, and we'll look at the fancy new screen right here. Looking very, very nice indeed. Couple of ex-Ajax players out there, and Kostas Lamprou and Vernon Anita. And we are underway here. Come on, Ajax, and it's an early free kick for us. Tadic whips it in, and it's an early goal. David Neres heads home his second goal of the season. Just 1 minute into the game. Off to an absolute flyer here. You'll love to see it, and we're straight into another highlight. Neres this time wins the ball off of their goal kick. Whips in a pass for Anthony. Danger's not over yet. Both times his crosses get blocked out. Early pressure from Ajax, and we're looking very, very good. Another highlight. This time RKC off of a throw-in. Can we pressure them into a mistake here? Not quite yet. They're playing it around, looking for a way through our team, and they've done very well so far, but that pass was a bit too difficult for them, and we intercepted. Now we are looking to attack them. Quincy Promise cuts inside, looking for some options. Is he going to go all the way here? He does. Has a shot from the top of the box, and it is not a very good one, to be honest. Another highlight with Ajax on the ball. Great ball. Anthony has it through on goal. Doesn't beat the keeper here. It goes out for a corner. Tadic to take this. Plays it in the box, and it's not over yet. Great cross in by Tadic, and that should have been on target there. Another highlight, still looking for a second goal in this game. Promise on the right-hand side, inside to Anthony. Tagliafico in a ton of space. Can he whip it in? Not quite the cross I was looking for, but we're still on it here. Oh, Quincy Promise has his shot blocked. A lot of pressure from Ajax here, trying to find our second goal. Patient build-up play from Ajax right now, looking to work it in the box. Oh, and what a shot by Mazwari. Was not expecting that, and what a wonderful goal from our right back. Keeper has to be disappointed to allow that to go in. Gets a hand to it. Not strong enough. but it's 2-0 to Ajax, and it could get worse here for RKC as we are on the ball once again. Oh, what a pass by Promise, and that was nearly a goal. Goal line technology says it is not a goal though. Another highlight with Ajax on the ball, piling on the pressure on poor RKC here. Neres with a shot, doesn't beat the keeper, and we're straight into another highlight here. Off of the corner, initially dealt with, but we're still on it here. Oh, RKC wins the ball. Looking to counterattack us now, but Daily Blend shuts that down and forces them back to their keeper. And we win it off of them. And Antony's through on goal. That has to be a goal, and it is. It's going to get overturned for offsides. I do like this new VAR pop-up, though. It's very clean, and there it is. Decision is goal disallowed for offside. And yes, he was clearly offside there. Antony not quite having his run. And there is halftime. A 2-0 advantage for Ajax. Absolutely dominating them here. Let's see if we can add a couple more in the second half. First highlight of the second half, of course, is going to Ajax. Quincy Promise has a shot from a difficult angle, and it's not a bad effort, but it hits the side netting. And a highlight for RKC now. Let's not concede here, boys. Good block by Tagliafico. And we're pushing forward now. Neres picks out Antony. His shot gets blocked, but it falls to Promise, who has a shot, and it gets deflected in. It is an own goal. That is 3-0 to Ajax now. All over RKC here. And we'll go ahead and make a couple of substitutions while we're here. Huntelaar on for Tadic. And Wrench on for Mazwari. And we'll also bring on Gravenberg and Kudus for Blind and Klaassen. And we'll hold on to our final substitution here. And we'll go ahead and make our final substitution. We're going to bring on Nasi Univar for Neres. Give him a nice run out here in the last couple minutes of the game. And there is the full-time whistle. A nice 3-0 victory for the boys out there today. Neres and Mazwari getting 2 goals for us, and an own goal was the final goal of the game. Antony did put the ball in the back of the net, but it gets called back after VAR determined it was offside. So now we'll go on an international break, and we'll return for our second game against Zwolle. Alright, we finally return to action after that international break. Team news is a very, very different team than what we would normally put out. We have picked up quite a few injuries in that space of the week and a half time off. Always seems to be a problem each year on the beta. Injuries are a little out of hand. So team news, Romagnoli will make his debut alongside Schurz at center back. Midfield 3, completely different. Eklenkamp, Rieger, and Nasi Univar will be our 3 starting midfielders. All 3 are very young. Eklenkamp is the oldest out of the 3, and he's just 20 years old. Other one is Jari Rieger, 17 years old. And Nasi, also 17 years old. Nasi, tons of potential. So this will be good for his experience. So players that are injured, Gravenberg, Kudus, and Klaassen. So yes, let's go ahead and get this one underway here. We also have to assign some squad numbers. You can be number 48, and Taylor can be number 47. And we're underway here. Come on, Ajax. Let's make it 6 points in today's episode. And before we can even finish that, we pick up another injury. Man, it's a little ridiculous at the moment. We're going to bring on Martinez for Eklingkamp then. Just 3 minutes into the game. Not what we want to see at all. First highlight, it is Zwolle on the ball, but we intercepted off of that goal kick. Come on, boys. What do we got going here for us? Great ball. Looking for Anthony. Didn't quite go through. Great ball for Quincy Promise, and he slots that home for his 3rd goal of the season. What a ball this was. It is our young midfielder, Rieger, the beautiful ball to pick out Promise. That was splendid. And another highlight, looks like we're going to have it off of a throw-in here. Go on, Neres. Go on, Neres. You going to go all the way? He does, and wow, that was not far wide. I thought that was going upper 90. Not quite this time, but Ajax are looking to come to life here after that opening goal, piling on the pressure. Another ball to Quincy, and man, he should have finished that one. We do have a corner. Promise to whip it in. It gets headed away, but we're still on it. Can we put it back in the box? Go on, Neres. Oh, he gets brought down in the box. Surely that was a penalty. What? Referee. But we're right back on the attack here. Oh, it's a debut goal. What? Who was offsides there? What? Anthony gets called for offside, but he wasn't involved in the play. Wow. That is poor from VAR there. He had no impact on that play. Another highlight on the brink of halftime. Can we get the 2nd goal right before we go into halftime? Oh, surely it's a goal, and it is. It falls to Anthony after the keeper makes an initial save. 2-0 to Ajax on the brink of halftime. Anthony with his 2nd goal of the season. That was beautiful play from Ajax. Unlucky that we didn't finish that shot from Mazwari, but Anthony is there, and we're going to go into halftime with that 2-0 lead. Early free kick in the second half. Promise whips it in, but the keeper claims it. We made 2 substitutions at halftime. We brought on Huntelaar for Anthony and Alvarez on for Mazwari. And we're still on this highlight. Neres looking to pick out a player in the middle, but it gets cut out. But we're right back on the attack here. We can get a 3rd goal here. It'll surely be game over. And there it is. Quincy Promise with his 4th goal of the season. And Nasi Univar picking up the assist. Love to see our youngsters being very involved in the game. Lovely, lovely stuff. Another highlight here. Ajax looking for our 4th goal, but it is a turnover by Schurz. And what a wonderful shot that was by Slobodan Tedic. Onana didn't have much of a chance right there. Schurz, a terrible pass. Onana not ready for that. Very poor from Schurz right there. And there is the full-time whistle. It ends 3-1 for Ajax. We should have had a clean sheet, but Schurz had a shocker, and his turnover is punished. And to be honest, that is pretty realistic for Schurz in real life. He does so good for most of the game, and then he has that one bit of lapse of concentration, and he has a misplaced pass, or he doesn't quite pick up his man. If he can cut that out, he can turn into a really good center back. And hopefully we won't have too many of these mistakes throughout the season, but a very good result for Ajax. heading into our first Champions League game of the season. And with that performance, we move back to the top of the table. Still unbeaten on the year. It's no longer a perfect season as we did have that one draw, which I honestly don't think I went over, so that is my bad. And it's annoying that it's not keeping my goal scorers and my attendance set up like it's supposed to. But anyways, we had that opening win against Feyenoord, and then we took on Den Haag, a 2-0 victory, Promise with a brace. Then we had a 1-1 draw against Willem. Tadic got our goal in that game. But yeah, our next episode is going to be a very fun one. We're going to play our first 2 games of our group stage of the Champions League, kicking it off at home against Turkish side Başakşehir. Butchering it still, I know. And then we're going to take on Man City in that second game. It's going to be extremely fun and challenging, and I can't wait for it. Hopefully you guys can't either, and are just as excited as I am. But if you have enjoyed this video, make sure you leave it a like down below. And if you are new around here, go ahead and click on that subscribe button down below and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos coming to the channel. And until next time, it's been your Boyd 147.